Hey guys, this is Mike, MBell556. Today we're going to look at two excellent piston-driven AR platforms. We're going to look at the LWRC individual carbine, and we're going to compare it to the primary weapon system MK1 MOD1. The goal of this review isn't to say that one platform is superior to the other platform. Our goal is to show the difference in the design features of these two systems. We want to give you information that may be useful in making a decision about which platform will best meet your personal preferences or individual requirements. First, I'd like to talk about just the general feel and balance of these guns. Both of these guns are very handy and they're very well balanced. The handguards are small and easy to grip. They're very comfortable, and I can show you the center of balance. I'm going to use the attachment device for my brass catcher to show where the center of balance is for these two guns. So you can see that this gun balances just at the front of the mag well. The LWRC is also pretty balanced a little bit in front of the mag well. So both of these guns have a nice center of gravity and feel very comfortable. Now the one thing that I noticed as I pick up the LWRC, this gun feels a little bit heavier. Okay? From the factory, the LWRC individual carbine weighs in at about 7.3 pounds. And the primary weapon system, MOD1, weighs in at about 6.6 pounds. That makes this gun about 11 ounces lighter. Now first we'll take a look at the barrels. Both barrels are treated with melanite. The primary weapon system uses a light contour barrel, which probably accounts for most of those 11 ounces in weight difference. They also use a different twist rate. They use a 1-to-8 twist, and they use a 2-2-3 wild chamber. The LWRC system uses a medium contour barrel. This particular gun comes with spiral fluting, although you can get these with a straight barrel and no fluting. They also use the standard 1-in-7 twist rate, and they use a 5.56 NATO chamber. The gas blocks are also different. You'll notice the adjuster for the gas block on the LWRC individual carbine has two settings. This is the normal setting, and then they have a setting for suppressor use, and this cuts down the amount of gas that's delivered to the system. So you have two settings with the LWRC. The primary weapon system has 4 settings, and the rifle comes from the factory with a little tool that has a front sight adjuster and then a tool to help you adjust the gas system. You adjust the gas system by placing the tool in the hole and turning to another position. This gas block has 4 settings. So another difference is 2 settings versus 4 settings on the gas block. The handguards are also different. The primary weapon system has a KeyMod 3, 6, and 9 position with a continuous flat top rail. The handguard on the LWRC is proprietary, very smooth, and very comfortable. It's drilled and tapped so you can add accessories, but there are no key mods. It also has a continuous rail on the top. The receivers you might have noticed on the primary weapon system are actually standard forged mil-spec upper receiver and lower receiver. You may have also noticed that the controls are standard mil-spec controls. On the left side of the receiver, you have your bolt release and your safety selector. And on the right side of the receiver, you have your standard magazine release button. So you have standard mil-spec lower and upper receivers. The lower and upper receiver on the LWRC are proprietary. The upper receiver is what they call their mono-forged upper receiver. Very nice design, but there again, it is proprietary. The lower receiver is also proprietary and is fully ambidextrous. On both sides of the receiver, you have your controls. Your magazine release, your bolt release, and your safety selector. On the right side, bolt release, magazine release, and safety selector on the left side. Now let's take a look at the operating systems. To do this, we're going to take the guns apart. The primary weapon system uses a long stroke piston system similar to the system found in the AK-47 design. The LWRC uses a short stroke tappet system. This is the MOD1. The MOD0 had a solid rod that you had to take apart if you wanted to take your charging handle off. The updated MOD1 actually comes apart. And as you can see, the drive rod is attached solidly to the bolt carrier group. And this is what makes this a long stroke design. The gas acts on the piston rod, and the entire piston rod travels the entire length of the cycle. The LWRC uses a short stroke tappet design. They also have a very nice nickel boron bolt carrier group. Very high quality. It feels like glass. It's very smooth, and I really like this bolt carrier. In this system, you can get to the gas system by removing the top of the handguard. Here's the piston cup. The gas drives this rod back, and it travels about an inch or so, interacts with the bolt carrier, and then drives the carrier back. So the piston travels a short distance, and therefore it's a short stroke piston system. And then finally, we'll talk about price points. The price point for the primary weapon system MK1 Mod 1 is about $1,600, give or take. The price point for the LWRC is about $2,300. Another thing that I would like to mention is that the LWRC IC comes in a SPR, or Special Purpose Rifle version. And in the SPR version, you have a non-adjustable gas block. You have the handguards that extend past the low-profile non-adjustable gas block. So the handguards are longer, and that's what they call the SPR version. Both of these rifles are excellent rifles. If you can afford it, I would recommend that you add both of these rifles to your collection. They're both a pleasure to shoot. But if you're in the market for a piston-driven, high-quality rifle, and you're looking at both of these products, hopefully the information that we gave you will be information that you can use to try to make the best choice for your individual needs and requirements, and not based on someone else's opinion. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.